Neither victims nor executioners. Religious freedom and social justice need a philosophical foundation in order to function through action and eventually become law. Why a philosophical foundation? Because surprisingly, at the core of each cultural expression entitled religion is an ideology. I want to develop that ideology in world religions so that religious freedom is viewed as not just a human right, but at the heart of each religion. We are not going to get anywhere with someone who believes that their religion is the sole vessel of truth if that person and their group have not examined the roots of their own belief system. This approach is not new in the practice of civil disobedience. In fact, in the legacy of human rights, it is why eventually social justice becomes a reality. Neither victims nor executioners means that I will not accept being a victim, and I will not be placed in or allow myself to be an executioner. Dr. King recognized that if we allow ourselves to become hate-filled and only desire revenge, we have become just like the perpetrators of ignorance, ruled by the most heinous thoughts and actions humans are capable of. How do we bring together the philosophical foundation in each world religion while not being a victim nor executioner? Whether in Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, or Confucian philosophy and religion, the one and the many are elaborated in the cultural expressions of each global tradition. What that means is that God, the Buddha nature, or the Tao reveal their reality in the many. The transcendent is the spirit, aptly named in so many native traditions. The spirit reveals itself in the immanent many, in matter, that compose our material world. The relationship of the one and the many, the one and the material world, was accepted as reality until the beginning of our present worldview, born only a few hundred years ago, which focuses almost completely on matter, on the material world, on the many. The problem with a worldview that focuses on the many, on matter, is that the cultural expressions of the many are just that. If I take my own cultural expression as the only truth, I have lost the original vision of my own religion. Any flower reveals this truth. The rose in the Abrahamic faiths in the West, the lotus in Asian traditions, all the petals come from the center, our human family being one hardy sunflower. The reason it is so vital to study the history of each religion, especially its original teachings, is because it is there historically that we will discover the one that all religions call home. Mahatma Gandhi, the first person, as far as we know, to politically return to his religion's original teachings as a means to social justice, returned to Hinduism teachings of ahimsa, literally non-killing, not to kill. What are we not to kill? Our own selves, the other, the enemy. In Hindu tradition, Tattvam Asi means I am that thou, I am that other, I am that son. My Lebanese great-grandmother tortured and slaughtered in her mountain village by the Ottoman soldiers during the oft-ignored genocide. My own childhood in Beirut, when during 3 civil wars, to name just one incident, our apartment was attacked with machine guns while we hid under the beds. No one knew if the soldiers were Muslim or Christian. Imagine how this affected my thinking as a child, asking if there might be another way to practice one's faith besides killing the other. Thanks to my Maronite, Melkite, Roman Catholic Christian mother, who had Druze and Muslim friends going back generations, I realized that there is no other. We are all one. If that is the basis of my religion, how can I hurt another in the pursuit of social justice? Dr. King traveled to India to study with Gandhi's community. Dr. King developed his own civil disobedience from his own Christian tradition. This in no way meant that Dr. King or Mahatma Gandhi were passive victims. They were living the philosophical reality of seeing the one, no matter what actions were directed towards them. The human race has a legacy in the world religions of people who are brave enough to travel to the heart of their own religion and thereby bring about not only their own religious freedom, but social justice, neither victims nor executioners.